We begin this evening with that big defeat for the former president and that big win for the rule of law. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals has ruled in favor of the Justice Department, shutting down the special master's review of classified documents seized from Mar-a-Lago back in August. 2 of the 3 judges who issued that ruling were appointed by Donald Trump himself. They decided that lower court judge Aileen Cannon, also Trump appointed, was wrong to allow an expert to decide if evidence could be shielded from investigators. And this is just the latest legal blow for the former president. The Supreme Court rejected his earlier bid to intervene in the documents case. And more recently, the justices declined to stop House Democrats from getting his taxes. In another rule of law victory today, Ruby Red Rural Cochise County, Arizona, has been forced to certify its election results after Republicans there had refused to do so. Today was also the day Republicans on the House Judiciary Committee finally decided to delete that nearly 2-month-old tweet that just had 3 words: Kanye, Elon, Trump. And this might be why. Trump ally and Holocaust-denying anti-Semite Kanye West, who now wants to be known as Ye, spent much of today wearing a full-face mask and spouting deeply offensive comments on InfoWars, along with white nationalists Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones. Here's just a small sample of the anti-Semitic rant he was on earlier.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also.
Did you hear what he said? The toxic hate speech went on just like that, literally for hours. And remember, just 9 days ago, that man right there, Kanye West and Nick Fuentes, were having dinner with former President Donald Trump at his home in Palm Beach, Mar-a-Lago. Anti-Defamation League Director Jonathan Greenblatt will join me in just a few minutes to talk about that and the alarming rise in anti-Semitism around the country. But this type of bigoted talk is putting even more pressure on, guess who? Republican leaders like Kevin McCarthy.
Do you think it's incumbent on other Republicans more broadly to call it out?
Not just Republicans, it should be the entire nation. He must have a mental issue. No one can believe what he said.
McCarthy was one of several Republicans spotted at the Biden White House tonight for the state dinner honoring French President Emmanuel Macron. Among the many issues on the agenda for this state visit was support for Ukraine in its war with Russia. In a news conference this afternoon with Macron, Biden was asked if he planned to try and negotiate with Vladimir Putin.
I have no immediate plans to contact Mr. Putin. I'm prepared to speak with Mr. Putin if, in fact, there is an interest in him deciding he's looking for a way to end the war. He hasn't done that yet.
Biden and Congress have also avoided what could have been a major domestic crisis, a rail strike that threatened to disrupt the economy and hurt thousands of jobs. NBC's Peter Alexander has more.
A domestic crisis now averted. Late today, the Senate approving a deal to avoid a crippling railroad strike that the White House warned could have single-handedly triggered a recession.
The joint resolution is passed.
The bipartisan bill, the first time in 30 years Congress has intervened to stop a rail strike, will force rail union workers to accept an agreement brokered by the White House months ago, including a 24% pay raise over 5 years, but only a single paid sick day. Right now, workers get none. Some unions rejected the deal because of that.
Meanwhile, there is yet another setback for Joe Biden's plan to forgive student debt. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear arguments for and against the program this coming February. But the ruling blocking the loan relief program remains in place, at least for now.